Hi, welcome to a new episode of our CX Summer Series. We are going to dive into the future of sales teams on the road. But first, a little history. I still remember 2007, when Steve Jobs introduced the iPhone. Every business phone had a stylus and everybody lost their stylus. Steve was revolutionary by pointing out that we all have a great pointing device right on our hands. I see the exact same thing happening in our CRM world. We all want the benefits of a CRM system without the burden of updating it manually by using a keyboard. It's the number one pain point for every CRM user, and it doesn't even matter which CRM software you are using. This is where Donna comes in to unburden every sales rep on the road. When we say CRM from SAP, we all know there are currently two versions. Sales Cloud V1, it's a very mature cloud CRM application. Its configuration possibilities are endless, but it's mostly focused on manual input. A CRM designed for sales managers. And we have received lots of feedback from customers over the last years, and the one we heard most is that it required lots of clicks. SAP took a giant leap forward with the V2 solution. It's designed for sales teams with a giant focus on user experience and a mobile-first strategy. It's also infused by AI and fits in the autonomous AI strategy. That autonomous AI strategy was presented by SAP in the last weeks on Sapphire, where Donna also took the stage together with Jules. I came into contact with Nicola and Jules from Donna 2 years ago. They were making big waves in the CRM landscape by automating the manual registration in CRM for field sales agents. It was very clear Donna would also be of great value for sales teams using SAP Sales Cloud. So we initiated the contact with SAP, built on the first integrations together, and made sure we had a valid proof of concept. Now they are a fully certified SAP partner solution and were named the preferred partner for SAP Sales Cloud on Sapphire last month. But Jules, maybe you can explain Donna a bit more in detail.
Yes, definitely. Thanks, Koen. So maybe a step back first on the why we started Donna. Basically, were three things that came out of our market research. So we saw that not a lot of field sales reps, their time was spent on selling. Basically, the second thing that we saw is that field sales reps, and especially for managers, it's hard to coach their field sales reps in the field. So we were thinking like, okay, how can we solve this by providing them with a ride-along that actually coaches them on the spot, on the right moment. And maybe the most important thing that we discovered was that only 10% of information that was captured in the field ended up in the CRM. That's why we came up with Donna, the proactive AI assistant for field sales. I guess the concept of field sales is clear. People that are commuting from meeting to meeting and that actually delay their administration until late evenings, late in the week, or even late in the month or in the quarter, we hear crazy things. And the proactiveness is actually that Donna calls herself. So the sales rep doesn't have to think about calling Donna before a meeting to prepare themselves for that meeting or after a meeting to debrief. No, we do it the other way around. Donna calls them because she's aware of the agenda, she's aware of the meetings, and that also removes the friction of the sales rep. Advantages that we see from users and organizations is actually that for the users, we maximize their sales efficiency, we turn their commute time into productive time, which is a huge time saver for them. Then we drive stronger CRM adoption, which is a huge benefit, of course, for both the user as well as the organization. In active projects, we see that there's up to 10 times more data ending up in CRM with Donna versus before. And then in the end, the sales conversion follows as well. I always describe it as a cycle of data. We capture everything immediately after the meeting. It gets transcribed or it gets put into the right objects, standard and custom fields in SAP. And that info gets used again the next time to prepare that sales rep for his upcoming meeting. The meeting itself gets better. And in the end, the conversion follows. You see here a bit a graph as well on the adoption. So what you see on this graph is actually two types of users of CRM, high adopters in gray, low adopters in purple. This is average length of a visit report. You see the before Donna situation, and then after the onboarding of Donna, you see that actually two things happened. The high adopters saved a lot of time because instead of manually updating their visit reports now, they do it by just letting them call Donna or calling Donna themselves, which is a huge time saver, of course. 75% of their time gets reduced. But maybe more important is that the low adopters get to the same level as the high adopters, which for the organization leads to an extra amount of data, of course, in ending up in V1, C4C, or V2. A case study on a shared project that we did from Puratos, one of the largest manufacturers of bakery ingredients. They had a challenge that a lot of their frontline knowledge got lost, that only 10% of data being captured in the field got or ended up into the CRM, and that they had limited market visibility in that way. So they actually came to Donna and they started a project with us to actually capture more data, of course, to capture more insights. It's multilingual, Donna, so in 40 plus languages, Donna is being called worldwide, also at Puratos. And what Donna does at Puratos is actually directly calling after every visit to the sales rep to immediately put all those details and data into C4C, which can then be used again for their next visits. The results that we are seeing is that 35% more visits are being logged in C4C, and in those visits we see an increase of 6 times, and in the meantime we checked the KPIs again, and it's even more. It's up to 10 times more richer reports, so the increasing characters went time 10. You see a picture here of indeed
the two of us.
The two of us, without a Donna shirt, unfortunately, but where we presented the Puratos case on stage, and then some logos that we share together. So yeah, if you would like to be one of these organizations as well that work with Donna, please let me know, I would say.
Thank you, Gilles. So for us, it's clear, Donna solves the #1 pain point for CRM users on the road. It helps them maximize their time and make sure all the data gets entered in CRM to allow for data-driven decision-making. Even offline, this was very important specifically for Puratos. The numbers are there. Flexo and Donna, they make sure all SAP customers can enjoy the benefits of Donna. If you have any more questions or want to see a demo or a live action, feel free to reach out.